Welcome to the Sleepy Podcast Part 2 with Sleepy Ace, Sleepy Rookie, and the Fresh. I ain't got the merch on, but I got the shirts on. Sleepy Fredo, Sleepy Swae. And I just gotta ask Ace and Swae, what is it like to be a student athlete?
Bullet, Israel Lockamy, Dow Dunton, Lockamy, drops in a three to start us off.
All right, I'll go first. I'll say the key, I guess, to being a student athlete is being able to multitask and being disciplined. You gotta always know school comes first. It's different for me because I walked on at school, so I didn't really get a scholarship. I went and made the team, so I always gotta prioritize school first before basketball. But at the same time, like, I want to put on basketball as my first love, so I gotta get hoopy when I have to.
Yeah, facts. I mean, going off that, a lot of people gonna say the keys are like multitasking and being able to manage your time the best way possible. But I think, you know, the third thing he said was real big, like discipline and like really being able to find out what your rhythm is, what your craft is, and how you can like better yourself through that while managing school. Because for me, I mean, I ain't never said school's first. That ain't never really been me. Like, we trying to, like, school don't pay the bills.
Facts.
Yeah, that's the reason. I mean, with football, the reason I'm even able to go to school, especially at a place like this. So for me, it's always being able to, you know, stay in your grind, and with all the distractions around you, being able to focus in on getting better constantly.
Or what advice can you give to rising student athletes, just athletes in general that are trying to, you know, separate themselves but get to essentially where you're at?
All right. Thank you for asking that question. But I would say, first, you gotta believe in yourself. I went to Lynchburg because I knew that they had a good criminology program, and I knew even if I didn't make the team, like, I could still be successful with school. That's why I went to Lynchburg. But at the same time, I felt like I could make the team, and I knew I didn't get that much exposure in high school. So I had to believe in myself, make connections with the team, like working out with them. If you can, just get in the gym all the time, because the athletes are in the gym all the time. So they're going to see you. They're going to ask to play with them, honestly. You got to have confidence if you want to play on that level. So just ask to play with them. Ask them when they working out, and they'll look out for you.
Yeah, I'll speak on it. My situation is a little bit different, but I think it really is just what you make of it. There's so many guys that slip through the cracks, you know what I mean? I had one offer, and the only reason I got it was because I showed up to the summer camp, and, you know, they saw what I could do and offered me on the spot. So it's a lot of politics involved. It's a lot of teams that won't even pull the trigger on players until somebody else do it first. And on top of that, it's circumstantial with a lot of things. I got hurt my senior year. I missed 8 games. So, you know, the big teams that were looking at me, they started to shy away kind of from the guy who may have injury problems or is a little undersized or may not have the athletic capabilities of somebody else that has more looks and more offers. So I think, you know, it's just about putting in the work on yourself, bro. Like, that's it. I mean, people are going to slip through the cracks. It's not necessarily so black and white as, you know, a 5-star player is going to go to the league, or a 5-star player is a great player and this guy, he's not as good. You know, you look at, I think, the Super Bowl last year, and it was single-digit players. It was 5-star recruits. Like, it was something crazy. So, I mean, as far as coming up, the advice I would give is just, like, block out the hype. It's all about you at the end of the day, and stay focused. There's going to be so many distractions that come your way, whether it be girls or school, money, family issues, you know, living conditions, situations like that. I mean, we got to deal with so much. But it's all about you, and just, you know, stay focused on your grind and do what you got to do to make it to the top.
All right, so one of the biggest takeaways I heard from Swae was the distractions and limited distractions as you're trying to grow as an athlete. So I would like to ask you, what's one of the biggest distractions you had to face in your college journey?
Out of all the distractions we got, which is a bunch of them, I think women is at the top. I mean, you go from high school, you with your family, and all of a sudden you got your own room, your own bathroom, and, you know, you're growing up. So, I mean, there's girls everywhere, and it's a huge distraction when you first get here. You got to figure out a way to manage that the best you can.
Yeah, that's a point that I feel like I can relate to, and I'm not even a student athlete. Just transitioning from living at home with your parents and then coming to college, like you said, your own place, that freedom that you get, it's a whole new world. And I mean, girls can be an issue. I mean, you don't got to worry about sneaking them in no more, nothing like that. Like, you have so much more access, so I can see how that can really be a problem and can knock your focus off a little bit. What would y'all have to say about that?
I'm gonna keep it a whole buck. Like, I go to community college, so I mean, the vibe going to a university to a community college is a whole different vibe. But You know, I still get the girls to help me on my work and stuff. It'd be cool. It's always that one girl that always want to be cool with you, especially if you're a rookie, you know what I'm saying? So, I just be cool for real, you know what I'm saying? I don't really let no girl interfere with what I got going on, but it could be, if I was going to a university, I feel like it would be different though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all y'all really gonna see, you know what I'm saying, as
Yeah.
females, but going to a community college, I feel like I can really steer away from that and just get in my own bag, you know?
I would say it's a little different for me just because I do more than just go to school, play basketball. I also work at school, so I'm involved on my campus heavily. And like Swae said, girls are a distraction, but honestly, just for me in general, I never really had, or I never let girls distract me too much. Like, if I catch myself slipping, then I'll cut them off. But at the same time, if I do rock with shorty heavy, I might slack off a little bit, and I'm gonna have to catch myself. But they definitely can be a distraction if you don't have discipline, like we talked about in the beginning. Because they definitely come at you. Being a student athlete or just being cool, like we all cool, we sleepy. So if you just got the vibe, they gonna rock with you. At the end of the day, they all gonna rock with you, and it can be a distraction, but I don't let it get to me too much.
All right, since the topic is already girls, I'd like to know what y'all would like to say about what y'all value most in a relationship, loyalty or love. So whoever can start there.
Man, let me drop some knowledge real quick.
We can talk real quick.
Welcome to the West Coast. Let me stop. I really would value loyalty more than love because
Love really
Preach.
you like 21 said, love don't really mean nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? You can love somebody and still backdoor them. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you gonna have to really show me your true values. You know what I'm saying? What you can do for me to make me know that you're not gonna backdoor me. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather definitely have loyalty than love any day.
That's facts. I'm leaning towards loyalty as well because I feel like it's easy to love. Like, it's an emotion. I mean, loyalty is more action for me.
You think it's easy
in
to
my
love?
experience? I feel like it's easier to say you love somebody than to show you're loyal to somebody. Maybe that's how I should have worded it because it's like, I mean, anybody can say I love you. You know what I mean? You gotta show that loyalty. Look, you can't just say you loyal. You know what I mean? Like, you can, but I'm not. That don't mean nothing to me. You gotta show me that. Like, you feel me?
Loyalty is more important than love, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's because love is a fluid emotion that goes up and down, it changes. Love can change just like any other emotion. You ain't gonna love somebody all the time at the same amount every day. You know, some days you're gonna love somebody, some days you're gonna not like them as much. But loyalty is something that's constant. It's a responsibility that don't change. So when your girl is loyal to you, or your man is loyal to you, or whatever, that's something that's not gonna change based on who you are until they lose that respect for you. But if they love you, they can change at the drop of a hat. It can be gone just like that. And I mean, it's something that it can lead to loyalty. They can be tied together. But to me, especially when it comes to females and their emotions, play the fifth.
And that's why all of them are really single because they value loyalty.
Yeah, I'm about to say, somebody gotta say love.
Thank you. So, love, like, this generation nowadays, what really is loyalty? Like, you saying you gon', let's say for example, if you about to get locked, and I say, bro, I'm about to take the charge for you. You gonna call me loyal, right? Cause I'm your boy. You gonna say like, okay, you a real one, bro. At the same time, that's love.
Yeah.
Like, is that really being loyal? Like,
For me though, in my instance, I don't think that's love. I think you're being dumb. I think I'm
100%. But this generation,
I feel like I'm being disloyal to you
100%.
for making you do my time.
100%.
I'm not your friend if I ask you to do something.
100%.
That's not love.
That's not love at all.
It has to be loyalty. Like what I.
But what is loyalty? Everybody has different. What's the word? Everybody has different examples of loyalty. I think when you really love someone, like Cole said it a little bit, and that's why I disagree. Like Cole said something about it's an emotion you feel goes up and down. I feel like my parents, I love them. Like, yeah, it's times when I hate them, or not hate, but it's times when I be very mad, upset when I was younger because they did something or said something I ain't like. But at the end of the day, I love them. Like,
Yeah.
I know they gonna die for me. I know that they will do anything in their power to make sure that I'm successful. So that's why I think love is very rare in this generation. That's why I agree a little bit with the loyalty, but at the end of the day, I feel like love, like true love for real, like back in the day when our parents was younger, that was real love back then. Like now, bro, this world's so messed up. It got us thinking loyalty for real.
I'm gonna come back to that because you brought me on it.
Yeah.
And I think you on the money to an extent, but I do think that your conception of love and loyalty, like you said, it changes.
Mm-hmm.
I think the reason that loyalty is more important is because love is something that can change. Now, the only love that's unconditional in this world, I believe, is from mother or from parents to their kids. That's unconditional love, but that doesn't exist in the dating market. It doesn't exist in relationships. Everything is conditional. No girl will ever love you unconditionally forever. There's always gonna be something that you can do for her to not love you anymore. So if it can change, if it can fluctuate, I think loyalty is a more important thing, because if somebody is loyal to you, chances are they're gonna love you again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if they don't love you in that moment, if they loyal to you, chances are they're gonna love you again at some point, or it's gonna be get back on track. But if they not 10 toes and they love you and they fall off, they're gone.
Why do you have to match it though? Why can't you just be the bigger person?
Because relationships is 50-50. Hold your weight. And that's how I am. I can't put in no more effort than what you putting on the table. You bring to the table what I bring to the table. It's just that simple.
All right.
This man has all the knowledge right here, supposedly.
All right. First of all, relationships are not 50-50. All right, so I'm gonna keep it high right here. I'm gonna tell you why. Love is never ever gonna be 50-50 with a partner in a relationship. No relationship is gonna be 50-50 because as a guy, first of all, you should lead, and second of all, no girl truly wants to go 50-50, because if you're going 50-50 with her, there's somebody else that won't go 50-50 with her. There's somebody else that's gonna put up 60, and there's somebody else that's gonna put up 70. You know what I mean? So, especially if it's a girl that you feel like is worth your time and worth your commitment, I think that for the most part, 50-50 is kind of an illusion that's kind of sold to us by, I don't know, Disney. So,
Well, if you could put a number on this way, what was you feel me? If it's not 50-50, what is it?
it depends on what you value in a relationship. You could say it's
What's a
50-50.
good one? What's a good one?
It depends on the spectrum, bro. Like,
For you, student athlete, about to be a senior, nicest player on this campus, you feel me? What's your percentage?
what I'm getting at is it depends on the values. In reality, it's 50-50, but it's not 50-50 in certain ways. Like, I'm gonna bring the money, right?
Sure.
She gonna bring certain things like support
That's not
more than I am.
But 50-50 just
But that's why I say it's different for
effort
different
in the
people.
relationship.
And it's truly 50-50 when it gets down to it, but you're always gonna give more of your resources, your time, like
For sure.
the things that a woman values, you're always gonna give her way more of that than she's gonna give to you. Or the things that society values,
That's society.
because men are the providers in society for the general part. And while we have gender roles that are starting to go away, they're only going away for the women.
I have one question.
We still got our gender roles. Like, we still
That's a
got to
good
provide.
point.
If they break in the house, all of a sudden she's not picking up the gun. We
For
is,
sure.
right? So you always gonna bring more to the table than the girl in most situations in a relationship.
So, Rook, you been kind of quiet over there. What you feel? You loyal? You believe in the 50-50 relationships? Like, what's up?
I'm vouching for Cole when he said, you feel me? He's definitely smart. I'm about to call him poetic Cole for that, because he was spitting facts, you know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely loyal to these females, only if they ain't trying to play, because, you know, they like to play. I done got my heart broke, now my heart on cold, heart on froze. But I still like, you feel me? I'm still loyal. But you know what I'm saying? This is the wrap of the podcast. Part 3 coming soon, you know what I'm saying? Big gang out here, you feel me? Like, subscribe, you feel me? We got more content coming for y'all soon,
Tell
for
me how
sure.
y'all feel about these topics.
You know what I'm
Tell me
saying?
what else y'all want to hear.
We gonna see y'all next time for sure.
That's it. That's a wrap.
Yeah, man. And while y'all at it, man, in your free time, go get the shorts. You feel me? Hella members with the shorts on. You feel me?
All purpose.
Shorts.
All purpose.
We got purple and gold. You feel me? Sleepy brains.
Stay sleepy.
You feel me? Those are, show them the old shirts real quick. You feel me? Who's that though?
Okay.
Who's that though?
Say something.
Okay, we got the green and white. You feel me? You feel me? Y'all thought this was a pillow type hoodie. You feel me?
Again, real quick.
Yeah, again. Yeah, we got those. And then
Yeah, Sean, what's good?
you feel me? Cameraman.
She's so
You feel me?
She's so.
Yeah, Zay so, she so. You feel me?